Well, it's Tuesday, so that means another project. This week I will be building this sandpaper holder thing. I'm not sure what I'm gonna call it yet. Alright, what I'm gonna do is cut this 12-inch long board down to 6 inches by 12 inches using my small table saw sled. So I cut this board just so that I could fit both my random orbital sander and my palm sander on it nice and evenly. So this will be the top of the sanding station. And now what I have to do is I need to cut the sides and the bottom. So for the bottom, I'm gonna cut the same thing. So what I'm gonna do now is rip the rest of this board down to 5 3/4 inches wide, just so I have the side pieces. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is take the two pieces 12 inches long by 5.5 inches, or 5 3/4 inches wide, and the 5 3/4 inches wide pieces that are long for the sides, and I just stack them up like this. And this is the general idea of what I want it to look like, but not so dirty. So this is where the sanders will sit, and I want to do some type of round over on the top to make it more friendly, and it's wide enough for both of them to sit. And now I'm going to cut it to length. And now I have two pieces to 18 inches long. Alright, now the sanding station is really starting to take shape. I'm going to have both of the sanders right here, and I'm going to do some type of round over on the edge. And down here, I'm going to make a couple slots to hold sandpaper for each of the sanders. And then I'm not sure if I want a little bit hanging off the edge or not. But right now, I'm going to go to my bandsaw and cut out, round it over a side profile to make it look a bit nicer. So what I'm doing is I'm going to take this faceplate, put it in the corner of one side, and make a rounded over mark. So now that I have this rounded over profile, so we'll have a cleaner look, and I'm gonna go cut this out of my bandsaw. And that's all it takes. Now I will just take this and lay it on top of my other side piece, make sure everything is aligned, and trace on the same profile. And cut this one out as well. So now I have it standing straight up, and I'm going to take this shelf and just place it in here, and this will help give you the idea of what it's going to look like. Now I'm going to take a couple minutes and sand all of the pieces down just to get them nice and smooth. Alright, so now I have the box all sanded down, and what I did was I set a mark on each side of the boards so that my sander can fit comfortably, and then I'm going to pre-drill 2 holes on each side so I can screw this in, and down here I'm going to pre-drill 2 holes so I can screw this in to get the main frame formed. And if you don't have a drill press, that doesn't really matter. You can just use a hand drill. And now I will countersink all the holes with my new Ryobi drill. And now I will put a screw into all the boards. And now that I have this one secured, I'm going to take my pre-drill and go all the way through into here so I don't crack the wood. And now I will plop the screw in. And just do the same for all the sides. So for the top shelf, I will put the palm sanders, and I'll obviously wrap up the cords. And on the bottom shelf, you can store sandpaper, and you can also add another shelf for more sandpaper storage as well. And what I did was I cut out these two back pieces, and I'll just attach those for some more support using the same way I did on the sides. So now it's time to stock it. So I got sanding pads on the bottom, two sanders on the top, and just some extra sandpaper on the bottom. And you can put this on top of a workbench, nail it into a wall, or whatever you want really with it. I'm gonna end up hanging mine on the wall. So you have a few options what you can do with this now. You can just leave it on top of a workbench and it'd be fine that way, or you can hang it on a wall. And I will end up hanging mine on a wall, but when you do so, you just wanna go through the back of it and make sure you get into some studs. I'm not really sure where I wanna hang it in my shop yet, but I will find a spot sooner or later, so I will have this hung up on the wall. So that pretty much wraps up how to build a sander holder thingy. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to help support the show. I also have a Facebook page now and a Twitter page, so you can check all the links in the description for more information on that. I'll see you guys next Tuesday for a new project.